Oh, Bubba Gum Shrimp. 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 Fired up gaming and jet like shrimp. While we're waiting, you guys want to hear a song me and Yuffie worked on? All right. Let me get this all queued up here. Hold on. Bubba Gum Shrimp. Hopefully this won't be super freaking loud when I activate it. Why do I not see it in my... Oh, this isn't super loud. Oh, that's really loud. I'm sorry.
Unplug from the net. Debug your data set before the mirror turns to debt.
Down into biotech metrics and waste. No time to reset, the truth still weighs. Down in the biotech gold aggregate. The deeper you dive, the less you escape.
Sprites aren't your friends, just points of light in the end. We'll boot up here again.
Scroll through the ghost logs,
Faces in hex fog
every prayer you ever type.
is still cached in the bar. Your heartbeat's a con job, running on borrowed clocks.
The server farm hums your name,
But nobody knocks.
erase the code, quantize the soul, give in to fear. We've reached the goal, we are already there. We're already there. mistakes and waste. No time to reset, the truth still waits. Down in the fight that forever too late. The truth was always the thing we create.
We are the dead. We are the dead. We never loved. We never left.
Anyways, that's what we were working on. So the audio was all Vocaloids. So sim racing in your cockpit? You have a sim pit? That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. So how's everyone doing today? I know I'm on later because I was on earlier today. You guys got a show that was really early in the morning, and I'm doing a later one. As I have to make sure everyone in my Discord knows I'm on air. The Japanese death toll has risen due to the earthquakes. And again, they keep getting some small earthquakes in there, some 4.0s, 5.0, stuff like that. Some people are like, oh, that's not bad. That's fine. That's okay. No, not really. The problem is that while you're trying to do rescue work, you probably don't want the earth shaken. You don't want stuff that could possibly, fall down on you while you're trying to work. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. You got a $2 hamster wheel? Is it like a big hamster wheel for you or like regular size one? I'm watching you, cat, just in case. Yeah, rubble shifts cause more collapses. So if somebody was alive under there, right, and the rubble shifts, then that could be really bad. It could hurt or kill someone underneath. I want to install butt kickers to my computer chair so I can vibrate when I hit Iran. Easier. That's pretty easy to do, actually. All you got to do is put a crossover and then some subs and just aim all the base over there. And mission accomplished. Mission accomplished, easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. All right. Let me go and figure out what is going on in the world. Again, I just woke up because I was on super early in the morning. I came here later. And again, poor people in Japan are still rebuilding. A lot of water rationing going on. That's what you see in number 1 over there. That is the water rationing that's happening. Don't know why it did just that and put the chat back up. So people over there have no clean water at the moment. So those water trucks have pulled up and people are filling up anything they can, water bottles, bags, anything they can do to get the water with them, right? I don't believe that Dave is sticking hamsters in his butthole. I don't think he's doing that. Google Earth shows that Iran war bombing run recordings. What? I'm not sure what that meant. Are you saying that they're putting old recordings up of the bombings? Or are you saying Iran's claiming some of the bombings are new? The Iron Mall is absolutely terrible. Yeah, they have a lot of people going in there trying to pull people out, trying to help people as much as they can. Oh, Google Earth will show you with an X of where USA is bombing Iran at the moment. Well, that's weird. At the moment, already been hit. Because I hope Google Earth doesn't know how doesn't know our bombing firing solutions. That'd be kind of weird. Maybe though. I don't know. It shows by the minute. It has to be after we already dropped. That has to be my guess. Let's see. Maps of places bombed. Let's go see. I'm as curious as everybody else. There's Iran strike map, apparently. It's a real-time one. I don't know if that's the same thing, though. Down in the bottom. So that is a live map also of Iran. I don't no, I don't see the Google one. I guess I could just go to the maps and do it and pull it up. I don't know. Follow the air quality. Well, I know it's not very good in Canada right now. Apparently very very no bueno. All right, so I ran up. Where else are we looking? You think we're gonna have anything else happening in where the hell was it? Madison? Did they give up on Madison tonight? I don't know. You could send either to my ex or you could send it over to wolfnavy@gmail.com. Each of those is fine. I feel like it's very dusty over there. So, did they just stop protesting in Madison, Wisconsin? Is that all just done? Did they give up? Did they have enough? Is that what happened? They went out there and said, look, after doing 5 minutes of research, we all decided that this guy is a piece of crap. And, you know, him trying to stab the cop was not a great thing. Huge tornadoes in Wisconsin took over the news cycle. I mean, but that's different than the stupid protesters. So apparently the embattled Seattle police chief Sean Barnes bounced from a Wednesday night vigil after realizing KVI radio host Aria Hoffman was about to confront him with questions. Barnes' security detail, what is a security detail? swiftly left before the event began. The gathering was planned for victims of the Seattle Center mass shooting. For people who don't know, again, multiple agencies are now calling out the police chief that, hey, looks like you're never really there. Kind of weird. What is up with that? How come you're not actually around, buddy? So that was from Jonathan Cho. Chow? Show Flat County Streamwolf. I don't know what that is, Overwatch. I don't know what that is, buddy. You gotta fill me in a little bit more on there. Mortuary sirens are sounding off in the Polish city of Lubin as Russian cruise missiles near the Polish-Ukrainian border. Yeah. I don't believe the Polish people are going to be really happy with cruise missiles flying over their heads, especially since the Russian ones don't always go where they're supposed to, and sometimes lose altitude and hit. Very detailed. Oh, interesting. Iran fired on U.S. troops, so America sent in the A-10 Warthog. Interesting. Max Afterburn. Okay, I'll have to look into that more. I have to look in. I'll try to get the thing myself. So I'll have to give it a minute and look for that myself and pull it up. Now that could be one he also made. I don't know. I guessed. I guessed at his name he flies jets. I was going to say, I feel like he is, I don't know. Probably does something with airplanes with that name. So again, right now I'm looking for stuff happening in Iran and also the protests. I know there's a bunch of wildfires going on too. There's a lot of different stuff going on at the moment. Well, so I guess China made some sort of off-color remark about so I'm just checking different things about Japan, about like what happened, and that they're like, oh, well, you know, I see what's happening here. Thank you, AI commentator, for the two I just got that. 2 coffees. Let me go out there right now. But they made some off-the-wall comment about like, oh, well, if Japan was smart, they would take our help or some stupid crap like that. And Taiwan pretty much said, you get near Japan in their time of disaster, and we will bomb the shit out of you. So, stuff with that's heating up a little bit too. Hey, Larry, how you doing, buddy?
AI commenter has just tipped $10. It's hump day, so I missed my half dozen upside down vegan tacos with whipped cream. Hope this helps with my little pony beaded ankle bracelets.
Sure. It does help. Thank you very much for dinner. Appreciate you. bringing us up with a nice whopping $20 for today's streams. Yeah, excuse me. China's now sending equipment to Iran. Now everyone they thought was afraid of them is threatening them. Yeah, I heard that too. Like, I heard, now that China kind of stepped in and people are finding out, like, you know, maybe, maybe China kind of, you know, got too big for its britches, right? Residents living near Universal Studios Hollywood say they are concerned about the noise from the theme park's new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster. The new roller coaster towers over the theme park and community surrounding it. You move next to a theme park. That's all I'm going to say. You move next to a theme park. Yeah, it's going to get noisy. You move next to a theme park. It's like complaining about the traffic. Hey, I don't know why my traffic is so terrible around this theme park. I should have grabbed some coffee before I did the show. I don't know what the hell that was all about, but all right. I'm also trying to find some background audio. I'm looking for whatever's going on. Tio was on this morning for like 2 minutes and then disappeared. I haven't seen him since, so we're still waiting for him. Disney base operations for CII. What? Some Wisconsin tornado sirens. I'll go check to see if there's a Wisconsin tornado watch. Wisconsin tornadoes. Ain't no love in Wisconsin. More Max Velocity. Didn't Max Velocity have enough channels? He had to go make extra ones. Y'all all bought? Let's see. That's not. Apparently New England's worried about flooding.
The rest of the overnight. There's still going to be rain around. It's a slow moving, slow.
Oh, all right. Well, that's not helping anything. I want something more pulse. More pulse going. AOC's beating Harris, like with her hand. Excellent. They're finally doing something good. I know when it comes down to actually, like politicians who people like, Harris is very, very unliked by her own constituents and her own party. So I don't really know, honestly, like why they want to run her for president again. That seems kind of stupid. And then there's AOC, which she is stupid, but you know what I mean? Like there has to be a better candidate. They should run Fetterman, to be honest. He's a very likable guy. Also, he's not crazy. I don't know what the version of a Democrat rhino is. I don't know the name of it. A dolphin? I don't know. Donkey? I have no idea. But Fetterman, I think, would actually be a good thing to run. I know they don't. I know they don't like him. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I don't have any ads personally, so I don't know. But I use everything through Brave when I do. Just to make sure. Apparently, people are saying that alleged GGG gang member and Seattle rapper Junie reportedly killed in the shooting in Bite of Seattle. Junie was publicly linked by some reports of GGG grimly gangsta gorillas. Oh, just say you guys have sex with each other. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Junie had reportedly publicly linked some of the reports to GGG, although authorities have not confirmed additional details about his death. GGG has previously drawn federal attention, a person alleged by prosecutors to be associated with the group that once placed on the FBI's most wanted list in separate cases. That might have been the guy who got killed. Yes, the tornado was last night. I don't think there's much going on today for the tornadoes. So apparently, during Fauci's bullshitting, so I had the unfortunate chance to watch some of the Fauci stuff earlier. Oh my God. Somebody I saw posting, I don't know why they're getting on Fauci. It's not illegal to lie in court. I was like, yes, it is illegal. It's called perjury. Like, it very much is illegal.
Harassments by emails, texts, letters of myself, my wife.
You're in a position of power? You're in the public eye? Yes, people are going to find out who you are, especially when you told the entire country and world to batten down the hatches when they never needed to. When you were telling people that there was bodies, piles of bodies coming out every day, right? And we got this absolute legend behind him just making a total ass of Fauci. But you told people all these people were dying. So I went to one of our local hospitals because of I was having some medical issues. And when I went there, you know, they had all these trucks for COVID. There's no one there. Right? And I asked the nurse, I was like, you know, I heard all the hospitals were like packed and, you know, and she goes, oh no, it's been super quiet. There's been like nobody. Like, what? What do you mean? The news is telling me that there's bodies piling up everywhere. Like, no, we've been good. No one here. All the other hospitals seem pretty empty too. I was like, huh. Am I okay? Now or just in general? Wear 3 masks on your face and 6 on your ass. Yeah, the other thing we were saying too. Oh yeah, farting could spread it. Just got Brave. Yeah, Brave works good. You use Brave. Brave actually purposely removes all the ads and stuff. Not only on YouTube, but like everywhere. So it's pretty nice.
My 3 daughters. There have been credible death threats leading to the arrest.
Did the jab cause my broken leg? No, I have very brittle bones that break easily, apparently. Especially when I fall off of a 6-foot high platform and break my leg. And again, the only shot I got to keep my medical insurance was the Johnson & Johnson one, which was just a flu shot. I didn't get any of that weird RMA bullshit in me. I looked at that and I was like, oh, no, thank you. No, thanks.
Arrests of 2 individuals and credible death threats mean.
So he's talking about there's death threats with his family and his wife and everybody else. Again, you're in the public eye, number one. That does not excuse what happened to you or what you did. Number two, yeah, you put your family there, stupid. What do you think was going to happen when you became a head of a worldwide organization? America's Mangala. That is a good reference. Joe, I have no idea what you're talking about, buddy. But again, you put yourself in the public eye. You do something that affected the entire world globally. And I know some people are saying this is a test to see how far they could push people. And if that was a test to see how far they could push people, well, to be honest, that was bad because then people didn't really fight back enough, right? So that, might spark a lot. And during that time is when all the 2020 riots were going. So a virus from China came out and a guy went around telling people to stay inside while protesters went and burned down cities and then started to take over parts of it. Weird coincidence, I would assume. Really weird. Kind of gets the noggin jogging, right?
Someone who clearly was on their way to kill me. And it's required my having protective services essentially all the time. It is very troublesome to me. It is much more troublesome because they've involved my wife and my 3 daughters.
At these moments, how do you feel? Keep your mic on.
Terrible.
Do you continue to
Terrible as I sit here with a shit-eating grin on my face. Absolutely horrible. I'm sitting here with a big shit-eating grin on my face as I made a bunch of money.
receive threats today?
Yes, I do. Every time someone gets up and says I'm responsible for the death of people throughout the world, the death threats go up.
It's unacceptable that you've been treated this way, especially after you've dedicated your life to science and research for the public interest. You deserve
He didn't give a shit about public interest. He cared about his own pocketbook.
better. Every human being deserves better.
He didn't care. He only cared about making money. What's up, hippie?
The answer is, if there are oversight hearings, I absolutely will cooperate fully and testify before the Congress if asked. You may not know, but I've testified before the Congress a few hundred times, okay, over the last 40 years or so. So I have no trouble testifying.
Why were you testifying before Congress a few hundred times? That seems kind of weird.
We can defend and explain and stand by everything that we've said, so I have nothing. Under the advice of my attorneys, I will invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution to refrain from answering your questions. Thank you.
And I think he thinks that by pleading the Fifth, nothing's going to happen to him. That he's going to be able to get off just fine and no one's going to do a damn thing.
Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Again, I think he knows what he did. And I don't think he's alone either. I think it was a big effort of many people who all got together to get behind this thing, right? You had celebrities. You had everyone and their mother coming out there being like, hey, yeah, you should do this. Hey, did you think about doing this? Hey, you haven't done this yet. You guys need to do this, right? We had dancing nurses. We had... Oh, interesting. We had dancing nurses. We had people pushing for it. And I remember with me, I was like, yeah, if you want to get it, get it. If not, don't. Like, that's my thing. Don't be forced to do it. Kind of my look on everything, right? Like, You should never be forced to do anything. Yeah, they had that dress rehearsal in 2017. Yeah. Is that with Ebola? The other flu? I forgot that one that was. But, you know, we had probably a really dark time in the 2020s. I guess a lot of people aren't even going to talk about. And there's like a lot of anxiety with people that like didn't know what was going on. People were worried about what was going to happen to their loved ones. Everyone thought grandma and grandpa were going to die. And like, you know, the thing is, to be honest, like, is there a chance that you could get a flu and die? Yeah, it's just the flu. Like, people get the flu and die all the time. That's not unusual. But everything became COVID death, right? Everything was COVID death. Doesn't matter what it was. Stub your toe, COVID death. Fart, COVID death. Peyronie's disease, COVID. So yeah, he wasn't alone, but there was definitely an overarching effort for this to happen. Oh, well, it was from somebody eating bat soup in a wet market that got it and spread it. Oh, well, then we found it was actually this lab, right?
But he was subpoenaed here to testify, refused to answer any questions, even after being directed by the chair and being advised of the law requiring him to do so. He has cited a privilege that is unsupported because of his blanket pardon and because he waived the privilege by testifying at the start. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to comply with the law, limited to the period of your pardon. At any point between January 1st, 2014 and January 19th, 2025, did you destroy any federal record or tell anyone else to?
Under the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Given that you have a unlimited presidential pardon, what is your specific objection that you are making?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
My question was limited to the period of your pardon only. I find your objection unsupported and direct you to answer the question.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Because you refuse to answer, citing a privilege that is unsupported because of your pardon, and after being denied to do so, this committee has scheduled a vote next week on a resolution certifying your contempt.
So again, there's people on X right now being like, well, you could do that and you could lie in court. It's fine. It's like, no, it's contempt of court. You literally can't. Like that is literally against law.
I've got the studies right here. There was a website that was tracking the random controlled studies. Here they are, showing 60, 70% efficacy of ivermectin. The same day you say there's no evidence, there was all kinds of evidence. Loved ones had to go to hospitals, had to sue hospitals. Just, would you try it? So I would want to know, to what extent were you involved in sabotaging hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, and did you do that because you knew the only way you get an emergency use authorization for these drugs, these experimental gene therapy, was if there was no effective treatment, you couldn't get the emergency.
Well, body language means, shows a lot. And from him to be from here to all of a sudden his body's back here and he's fiddling with a pen, kind of shows something in his demeanor, right?
Drugs, these experimental gene therapy, was if there was no effective treatment, you couldn't get the emergency use authorization. So is that why you helped sabotage these cheap generic drugs in favor of remdesivir, which, by the way, nurses, are you aware of the fact that nurses called it run, death is near?
On the advice of counsel,
Jesus. On the advice of counsel, I plead the fifth. Advice of counsel, I plead the fifth. Oh, I don't want to say anything. Can't really go out there and show. Can't go out there and show that, hey, we might have done something terrible. So stuff like this does happen all the time. And there are court records of people who have done this stuff, terrible things, and they had to go to an oversight committee and they get called out for it. It's just what's going to happen once they're called out for it, right? Like, what's going to be the end goal of it? So that's more or less all the Fauci stuff. I mean, we could look at, him saying 100 and whatever something times. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Everything. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Did you know I pleaded the fifth? Hey, I'm pleading the fifth. Now, I don't know what medications worked or didn't work. Right? But hopefully some truth will actually come out. I got 111 times. Well, so the pardon, from I understand, you can't just blanket pardon everybody of all crimes, and they didn't really say who it was. And on top of it, even if it's a federal crime thing, they're going to start saying, hey, the states can also go after you. Not only states can go after you, but honestly, they could just be like, oh, yeah, we're just going to throw this out the window. And because what you did is so heinous. That we're just going to go around it, right? Yeah, none of this is medical advice. That's right. Well, again, there's a lot of things that happen where you can't just be like, oh yeah, I got a magic card here. I can do whatever I want. No, it's not how shit goes down. So apparently people are boycotting a bunch of video game systems. I personally don't buy video game consoles. I think it's kind of a waste. Lawyer's going to get wealthy suing his ass. I foresee many class actions. Yes, Finch. Hi, buddy. Long time no see. Hope they put Fauci in jail in a week. I don't know about jail, but they might just make him so he's, poor. No one's going to jail unless you're a pesky citizen. Pesky citizen who's on the beach with your kids, away from everybody, right? I don't know. I think he's also a good scapegoat for a lot of them. I think that a lot of them can throw him underneath the bus and be fine, right? Like, I think he's the perfect scapegoat. They could go out there and be like, well, it wasn't us. We were following his orders. He's the boss. He's the guy telling us what's going on. Maybe his yacht will be hit by an errant. maybe. To sink his whole, to sink his whole entire boat. Well, apparently somebody started making rods from God shotgun shells. They're tungsten inside. I think I might have to go pick some of those up. I want to kind of have a nice mixed bag of wonderful shotgun shells. So even Fetterman showed up into a suit and questioned Fauci. Fetterman says he showed up in the suit and says, I have a regret. That's the theory the virus could have emerged from a lab and early on because like a right-wing kind of theory, and I thought it seemed to make sense. Now there was really an advanced lab that was close by, and then you have this unknown virus. That's because very partisan thing. And now it seems it's more and more emerging theory that would have come from that lab. I think we all know it came from that damn lab. Yeah, well, didn't Biden try to give him a security detail at one point? And people were like, negative. Like, we're not doing that. And then Biden was like, oh, but my kids need him too. And they're like, also negative. That's also not happening. But again, yeah, I don't know. I'm good to kind of wait. I want to wait and just see what happens. I'm expecting more I'm expecting more stuff to come out. So just a matter of time. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I'm looking for protests. I don't really see any tonight. I'm looking for, Japan updates again. They found a lot of people who were unfortunately crushed. Those people, that's sad for Japan. There's plenty of places without water or clean electricity and water in Japan right now. So that's slowly getting fixed. Self-defense forces out there right now helping with Japan. Iran bombing again is back on the menu. Apparently they decided that today of all days is a good time to go back to the war. American Red Cross also declares a second ever national blood supply crisis, urges immediate blood donations as summer stock reportedly hits a 4-year low. People aren't donating blood anymore. Do you all know what your blood type is? I know Larry does, since he had to have surgery recently. Major surgery recently. They gave him a whole new kidney. The problem with nuking Iran is that way too much fallout. Otherwise, be a great idea. You have T plus? Does that mean you have the T virus? Or are you just trying to tell us you have AIDS, Spank? I know mine. How I remember mine is A plus because I'm amazing. That's how I remember. That's how I remember my blood type. You have low T? I mean, you could fix your testosterone. What's up, Free America? He said he's going to hit him hard, Scott. That's what he said. O negative? I mean, some places pay for O negative and positive. I'm not sure. Like A plus, I could give blood to a lot of people. I forgot what the chart was. Like A, you could only give to other people with A plus you can give to A and B plus, I don't know. There's a whole freaking chart about who can give blood to whom. Yeah, O negative is rare. Like, that's the one you want to go and make some money off of. But you could, that and plasma, right? So, American Red Cross, again, not doing great. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, I will never understand. I will never understand how people get surprised when celebrities are like, oh my God, look at that celebrity. They're in such good shape. They literally have nothing else better to do with their time. You could be a celebrity, make money, and just work out, 5 hours a day. That's why I kind of think a lot of celebrity stuff is crap. O positive's also a good one to have.
How you doing?
What are you doing down here? It says no trespassing.
Is it really?
Yeah, and there's a camera down there too.
I had no idea. I saw it was like the railroad road. This is a private road, huh?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I'm very sorry for trespassing.
That's okay.
My bad, sir. Yes, sir. You too. How you doing?
What are you doing down here? It says no trespassing.
Is it really?
Yeah, and there's a camera down there too.
I had no idea. I saw
That's a nice interaction. Nice
the railroad
interaction.
road. This is a private road, huh?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I'm very sorry for trespassing.
That's okay.
My bad.
You got the wrong road, buddy. somebody put a thing out there that said no anger. Oh, it was daily weapons daily. No anger, just clear warning and explanation. Everybody goes home happy. Just two grown men respecting each other. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy on the ATV saw the guy with the shotgun in his hand and thought, hey, I better not act like an asshole or I'm going to get shot. Right? Essentially, he said, I had a no trespassing sign because that guy was about to get himself a new free ATV. Yep, he was on my land. I shot him. Oh, okay. Jesus. Survivors will be prostituted. Jesus. We're gonna sell your ass if you hop on my land. Man, again, I'm looking through bunch of stuff with Fauci. I'm just trying to find other stuff going on. Trying to find news, trying to talk with all of you. Doing a lot of multitasking. I hope the wrong fence back the way it came. Hey, it's going back the way you came. I'm looking for more stuff going on. I mean, I don't know if it's a distraction or what. It's just one of the many things I brought up on the news, where I'm also talking about the Iran stuff and the Japan stuff. But elections are coming up. And again, we had the stuff in Madison happen, and that kind of died off. That lasted, what, less than a week? 5 days? 6 days? They were blocking people's restaurants, blocking the street, and that was the end of it. I can't find anything about Madison. It's like everyone just kind of gave up. I think they thought they had their new George Floyd, and then people looked into it and they were like, wow, this guy's a huge piece of crap. Like, he was on parole. The family, I know, is trying to get money from everyone they can. Speaking of money, make sure you donate. But they were trying to get money from everyone they could. But apparently, like, the guy was not even paying child support. So people are like, well, why the hell should we pay for it? Right? Hit that like button. Also, folks, if you haven't already, you're 60 in you. We do not have 60 likes yet. Thank you. Yeah, it seems to be the new lotto, right? Even Ben Crump would have come around. So the news did not bite into it either, right? Which was a big deal. They had reporters that kind of went out there and they were like, yeah, we're not making this the new George Floyd, right? That's not happening. We're not going into all that. And because once again, they started learning. Once they started learning who the guy was, nobody wanted to back him. Nobody cared. Everybody was just like, look, the guy was a piece of crap. Not only was he a piece of crap, but he was on parole. The cops were legally able to stop him. He stabbed a cop, sliced at another cop. Taser didn't work. He ended up getting shot. Right? And that's it. And that's it. So. Again, I'm looking to see what else has happened in the news. So apparently there are people that don't realize. So I guess there's a push to get Hillary to run for president again. I don't know why. It didn't work repeatedly. I understand that there's a lot of people out there that want the first female president, right? But people are literally coming out saying that they're like, oh yeah, we have pictures of young Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, and there was no drama or scandals. Who till this day, apparently, and I guess it's the TikTok culture, don't realize what happened with Bill Clinton. They don't know about Monica Lewinsky. They don't know about all the other scandals. They don't know about Benghazi. They don't know anything, right? But apparently, and I think that's probably part of it, that they're trying to push it out there of like, oh, well, she never did anything, that she should run. And then also, I guess there's people are now finding out too that Hitler would have been considered a leftist nowadays. Apparently, because I guess This day in 1921, Adolf Hitler became the leader of the Nazi Party in Germany. Painter, vegan. Yeah. Throwing that one out there. But apparently there's younger people out there that don't know anything about, him. Don't know anything about good old Bill and what all the scandals he's been involved in. Surprise, surprise. Who would have thunk it? So apparently the woke left are finding out, are starting to find out that they're sharing the same ideology with Hitler now. Apparently, I don't know, nobody reads history, nobody looks things up.
So good. So good.
I'm a time traveler from the year 2025, and I've come here to kill you, Hitler.
Oh, not again. I'm never gonna have enough time to finish these paintings with all of these time travelers trying to kill me.
Well, I'm going to succeed.
Before you pull the trigger, can I just ask why? Why do all of you people want to kill me?
Isn't it obvious? I'm a progressive, a liberal, a fighter for social justice. And you are a fascist who implemented a reign of terror. And while the effects of your policies devastated the world for decades, soon we will be able to take back the White House, and we will be able to use the government to force people to follow our great ideas.
You want to use government power to force your ideas on the populace. Me too! That's fantastic!
What? No. Ugh. You and I have nothing in common. What I'm saying is there are people in our time with dangerous ideas, and we need to silence them.
Silencing those who disagree with you. I do that too! Oh, wunderbar! Oh, the Nazi movement will not die with me.
Don't give me that! I'm enlightened, and you're as bad as Hitler. Listen, what I'm trying to say is we are very close to implementing a utopia, as long as we can get rid of some certain undesirable people groups.
Yes, like the Jews.
Yes, like the Jews. Oh.
So in the future, you also do not like the Jews?
Well, no, but we don't believe in segregating all the races like you do. I mean, except for like graduation ceremonies. And dorms. And hiring practices. Oh, and admissions policies. That sort of thing.
I too am a fan of the segregation. I'm sorry, I have to ask, is this a real firearm or is this some kind of toy for kinder?
It's a flare gun. I'm trying not to support America's toxic gun culture. I'm a firm believer in gun control.
Gun control! This was one of my ideas too. Ban them from the undesirables. Yes, look here. Oh, and your shirt. This is an organization founded by Margaret Sanger. Yes?
Wait, you know about Margaret Sanger?
Jawohl, of course. Oh, she's such a lovely person.
No. She's a fighter for reproductive rights, for women's empowerment,
and the eradication of undesirable populations by means of eugenics. Brilliant lady, very inspiring. I must use some of her ideas in our socialized healthcare system.
Socialized healthcare? That's not your thing. That's our thing.
No, it's very much my thing. Did you know that Nazi means National Socialist German Workers' Party? Nazi is just more catchy. Nazi. Just rolls off the tongue.
No. This can't be true. This has to be some sort of mistake. We are nothing alike. You're Adolf Hitler, evil right-wing fascist dictator, and I'm a feminist restorative justice advocate. and a vegetarian.
You're a vegetarian?
Me too!
Okay, I am so confused right now. I came here with a clear goal in mind to kill the most evil man who I've ever lived. Besides Ronald Reagan. But now that I'm meeting you in person...
What?
You're not at all what I thought you were. And your painting is actually really good. What do you call it?
I call it Ein Reich ohne Juden.
Wow. I don't know what that means, but it sounds beautiful.
It does, doesn't it?
So it's from not the bee. Or from the bee, but I thought it was funny. Good times. Good times. Can't have people with their crazy ideals. Well, he never got into art school. We know that. He was only able to get into art school. Though, you know, it's weird because people are like, you know, there's a activity. I'm trying to think of the word right now. There's a experiment, psychological experiment, where it is, if you were able to go back in time, would you kill Hitler as a baby? His paintings are not very good, so no one wanted to give him the money. So if you were able to go back in time, would you kill Hitler as a baby? Now, I don't know what the implications of each are, right? I'm not trying to have a do-over. Ruckus, I go fishing more on the 7th, by the way. Maybe hunting. I don't know. Where we're going, I don't know if I can hunt where we're going, but maybe. Well, here's the thing, right? So if you were able to go back in time, one, you have to have the atrocity of wanting to kill an infant. And number two, you will irreversibly change the course of history. So certain things actually came out of what the Nazis and also what the Japanese did, people for medical research. Some of the most heinous things that they've ever done to people were during those times. Problem is, we took that research and we used it. There's another exercise, right, which says, should we be using the medical research developed by the Nazis and by Unit 731, right? I mean, the skin for lampshade stuff and all the other crazy ass Mangala crap, that's different. So that's the other exercise, right? Would you, again, so two exercises to think about. And again, there's no right or wrong answer to any of these. It's just a mental exercise. Would you kill Hitler as a baby, or would you, do you believe that we should be using the scientific research, medical research from Unit 731 and the Nazi medical experiments? Again, what do you think? Again, no right or wrong answer. Just a thought experiment. Because, I mean, we already know what happened. We already know no time traveler went back and killed Hitler, at least in this timeline. And then we know, again, medical research we have used from the Nazis and of the I saw Khan and I thought Star Trek. Anyways, we know we already used medical research from the Nazis and from Unit 731. We know that's a thing, right? But if you could go back and change it, would you? We got a lot of scientists from Operation Paperclip. I'm pretty sure the Nazis' house that we went into, that my martial arts teacher bought, was part of Project Paperclip. Like, between all the paperwork in his study with Nazi stamps on it, him speaking fluent German, and for some odd reason, really like painting naked pictures of his wife, we're pretty sure he was a guy from Project Paperclip. He also had an escape hatch in his house, too. You know, I also kind of like wonder if I also kind of wonder if there was more than 400 we took over. Like, I think we just grabbed everybody. I think we're just like, what? You're somewhat intelligent. You can either stay here and rot, or you can come with us. Those are your decisions. Apparently, Iranian state media has been suspended off of X. Probably government telling them to get rid of all the propaganda bullshit. What in the shit? Hold on. I don't know what that is. I thought I was going to get something interesting from Chibi Review, and then they started reading, and I was like, I don't want to go through all your horse crap. Thank you, baby. There we go. Here's something from O'Keefe Media while I eat this grilled cheese sandwich I just got brought, or tuna melt that just got brought to me.
Sold us the Creighton, swiping the card, treating this as food.
Oh, got it. Look at you. Hey, did you run it like grocery?
From the O'Keefe.
And then even people. Okay. Even though you know it's fake, put it in the machine, nigga. My girl got a minimum. Keep stuck right there till the number comes. Leave it smooth, operator looking like a bump.
We swiped the EBT card and treated it as groceries.
Do you got proof that I did that?
Yeah, we do. We have a receipt.
Yeah, but Creighton. All right, let me get a photo of that EBT card, right?
You're gonna be chilling with the aliens.
Nice.
You feel good about yourself?
Do I feel good about myself?
That's what you do on a fucking Monday night?
I'm an investigative reporter.
Bullshit.
But it's illegal to sell drugs for the card. We have it on video.
I'm not doing that.
She sold it to her too. They closed the door on us.
Don't touch them. I'm not touching it. Right.
Right, don't touch them.
This man actually threatened to shoot us.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. Go.
Let's get out of here.
My girl's got a city to run. Got the key to the kingdom where the money's from. Never seen the color yellow, never seen the sun.
So the federal government is giving me money that I can take out using my card, and then I can buy drugs with it, correct?
Whenever you want it.
Great. So that's amazing. I'm going to buy so much Kratom. I'm going to get so high. So I bought my choices. The generous taxpayers in the United States give me all this money to buy all these drugs. So I'm really grateful for their pocketbook paying for my drugs.
My girl's got a little stick. Keep you cool up in the kitchen while you feed the cake. Keep you waiting in the winter while the tank ticks.
There is money in fraud, but there's no money. In exposing the fraud.
My girl got a city to run.
So we're here in New York City at 145th and Broadway. Bodegas like this one, Smoke Shop Organics. When you use the EBT card and you swipe it, it's only supposed to be used for food.
So Khan in Star Trek was a genetically modified human because of eugenics. There was a eugenics war that happened after World War III in Star Trek. The eugenics war in World War III led to 3/4 of the populace on Earth dying. And because of that big ass, everyone dying, they started to try to figure out some other way of either bettering humanity and that led to another war. But instead of, because they didn't want to kill him, they froze him, right? But he wasn't a cyborg. No, he was just genetically modified human. He had no mechanical parts in him.
Groceries. But we found going into these bodegas in New York City that the store owners and clerks are swiping the EBT card for illicit substances like kratom, which is about to be Schedule 1.
How you doing, sir? You have a kratom? All right, let me get 4 of that. Yeah. Only 3? Huh? You got only 3? Yeah.
Kratom is a drug derived from a tropical tree native to Southeast Asia whose leaves act as a sedative with opioid-like properties in high doses. Certain kratom products are scheduled to be banned as Schedule 1 drugs. Because this product is a drug, similar to tobacco and alcohol, they're not eligible to be purchased with EBT.
This one is an EBT card, right?
Mm-hmm. Note that the undercover journalist specifies that he is paying with an EBT card, to which the clerk responds, mm-hmm.
So my question is, how can you charge EBT card for buying kratom?
They charge you for cash. You get
but cash or food is the same thing.
No, the cash.
It's a benefit.
No, the cash you can use it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're sure?
100%.
The retailer charging the EBT card for these products is violating federal law, specifically 7 CFR 278, which prohibits retailers from accepting SNAP or EBT benefits for anything outside the definition of eligible food, as stated in 7 U.S. Code 2012. Any food or food product for home consumption except alcoholic beverages and tobacco. The same is true at the state level. According to Title 20 of New York Codes, Rules and Regulations, Section 528, food stamps cannot be used to purchase certain items commonly sold by retail stores such as non-food items, alcohol, or tobacco. This retailer charging the EBT card for these products is also violating the terms within the SNAP retailer agreement, which is enforced by the USDA, which houses.
Are you telling me that people in the ghetto will do all kinds of crazy shit? They'd use their EBT not for food? No. Just got my EBT. I want to get sedated. No bodega. Every bodega is going to accept me. I want to get sedated.
The EBT program. Quote, do not accept SNAP benefits for any non-food items. If you sell items that are not allowed, your store may be disqualified from SNAP and you may have to pay a fine. Your store may also be disqualified if you break SNAP rules. For the record, this is a $100 billion program and it's estimated that 20% goes to this type of fraud.
So he has kratom. I went there, I said, do you have kratom? He said, which one? He showed me. So I put for him the EBT card. Right away, at first, he tried to run it.
Tried to run it?
You can buy drugs with it.
Well, so these people think, like, going to some of these bodegas and other little corner shops, right, who are running these scams, then these idiots think that they could go somewhere else and do it, right? Like Walmart or, I don't know, the Dollar Tree or whatever else, right? I don't know, Scott. I don't buy hookers. I guess you would have to try and then tell us if they still accept EBT. Yeah, 20 billion in fraud is acceptable. I don't think any of it is acceptable. SNAP and EBT were supposed to be there to help people who were like down on their luck, right? It's why you can't buy alcohol with it. It's why you can't buy smokes. It's why you can't buy anything else. It's supposed to help people who are like down in the dirt and struggling to eat. Instead, though, again, we have rampant, and again, we've been seeing this a lot, rampant fraud. Not only from EBT, but people doing it for welfare, people doing it for childcare, right? Man, there's some brave people. Sorry, I got distracted by the people clearing out the debris and making sure someone's okay over there in one. Yeah, we have homeless people that are fat. Like, and, you know, somebody came and did a documentary from, I think it was Canada. And the documentary eventually got, you know, people threw it out because they're like, oh, you guys are a bunch of assholes. You know what you're talking about. But they were filming people who were like crackheads and they're all skinny. They're like, look at these people starving to death in New York. No, those people aren't starving to death. Those are crackheads. They chose not to eat because they're on crack. I could see New York arresting the reporters instead of the people doing it. So you have all these like little smoke shops and stuff there ran by people who don't really like the country, give a shit. And they'll take the EBT. They'll say it's EBT. Well, okay, well, apparently somebody in here knows you could buy a hooker groceries for a good time. I would not do that. I think it's a good idea. But, you know, each to their own. But you got these people who don't like the United States that, you know, they just put in there, oh, yeah, no, it's for groceries. Look, it's for groceries. Here's my receipts for groceries. Like, this will probably get, you know, sent to DA. DA will look at it and throw it away. Because they just don't care, right? They just don't give a shit.
Well, it's not drug. I don't have
That's
drug.
not drug.
I don't have drug.
What is that? Kratom, what is it?
I don't care. It's not drug. That's legal, my friend.
Is it?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Where are you from, man?
I confronted him. I said, so now I have a question for you. He said, what is it? I said, this is a benefit card from a government.
Yeah.
Cash or food, you're not supposed to sell me drugs with that.
Yeah.
And then he said, this is not drug. I said, no, Kratom is drug.
Ah. Keep in mind, this is a federal-funded program, government-funded benefits, but the federal regulations prohibit using the EBT card to pay for drugs. But throughout New York City, bodegas are allowing the transaction to go through. Now, these products are not cheap. This is $45. This is $65. In fact, when I went in there and bought these products, the guy next to me said, looks like he's having a good time. Non-essential, non-food items, your tax dollars used to pay for stuff like this. The next store we went to was Fordham Las Cachapas Deli.
How you doing, brother? You have a Kratom? Yeah. How much is it?
15.
Let me get 10. 10.
The journalist attempts to purchase this liquid kratom product, and the clerk attempts to ring it up as EBT cash. This is highly illegal, but is seen as a common loophole to charge drugs on EBT cards without having to run the purchase as, quote, EBT food, which would usually flag the system and reject the purchase.
Is it good quality? I'll be in another word? Huh? I'll be happy.
You'll be happy.
You'll be happy too?
You're gonna be chilling with the aliens.
Nice.
Okay. Good display.
To avoid being complicit in this crime ourselves, we used EBT cards that don't actually work. The objective was merely to show that these smoke shop clerks are willing to make the attempt to sell these products using government-funded benefits. Even the attempt to do this is also a crime. According to New York Penal Law 110, a person is guilty of an attempt to commit a crime when he engages in conduct which tends to affect the commission of such a crime.
Can you enter the number?
They did this like, you know how to? EBT, right? Yeah, okay.
To get more clarity on the EBT cash versus EBT food conundrum, we called this number on the back of the EBT card to question a representative and make sure we had our facts right. And what this man admitted genuinely shocked us.
I want to buy some Kratom with my EBT cards, and they're running it through as EBT cash. That's allowed?
If you're using the card, no, sir. If you're using an EBT card, sir, you cannot purchase any drugs, sir.
Well, I successfully did that today. I went to the store and I got the clerk to...
Okay, sir.
Yeah?
Can you provide me your card number, sir?
No. You want me to turn myself in? When I go into the store with my card and they say you can use EBT cash to pay for my Kratom, what you're telling me is that that's not allowed, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
The physical card, correct.
How can you charge EBT card for buying Kratom?
They charge you for cash. You get
Yeah, but cash or food
No,
is the same thing.
No, the cash.
It's a benefit.
No, the cash you can use it.
Are you
It's
sure?
cash. Yeah.
You sure?
100%.
Now, when you pull out the cash, and you can do whatever you want with that cash. Once you put that card in the ATM and you pull out the money, do whatever you want with the money.
And I can pull out that cash from the EBT card and buy drugs with it.
Whatever you want. Okay. Whatever you want, sir.
So the federal government is giving me money that I can take out using my card and then I can buy drugs with it, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That's right. The EBT representative openly acknowledges that despite banning these cards from tobacco and beer purchases, some EBT cash users are able to.
So I don't think you should be able to take out any cash. Sorry. Right? Like, if you need cash, have them give another debit card. Be like, yeah, this one is for all your food. Right? It's for your food, for stuff you need to live. Not, not to go pull money out. Oh, no, I'm using it for EBT cash. It's fine. Yeah, no, you're not. Like, you're buying drugs with it. If you need cash, sell your plasma. Yeah, go sell your sperm. Go sell your fecal matter. Go sell your ass on the street. I don't care what you're going to go do. But don't be taking services that people need, right? Like, and they have the representative be like, oh, yeah, no, you could just do this. It's fine. It's fine. I hope that guy gets fired. He's probably an H-1 visa, but I hope he gets fired.
To pull out the cash from an EBT terminal and then do whatever they want with the cash anyway. It begs the question, what is even the point of any of these regulations if the user can simply pull out the cash and go buy a big bag of illegal drugs or alcohol or anything with government-funded cash?
So it's fully legal for me to buy drugs.
It's your cash, sir. You do what you want with it.
But it's not your cash. It's not. It is not your money. It is money you get for helping you in times of need. Be like, oh yeah, just go take this and go buy some heroin, whatever.
Great. So that's amazing. I'm going to buy so much Kratom. I'm going to get so high. There was this gay guy in the store. He wanted to party tonight. He was standing behind me, so I bought my choices. Well, it's not my choice. It's because of the taxpayers, the generous taxpayers in the United States give me all this money to buy all these drugs. I've got 100 ounces of this powder, and I'm very grateful for the taxpayers.
You want to give me your card number?
You know what? Let me go get it, and I will call you back. Thank you. Come on, baby. Come on, let's do it.
It all started when Starlight, that's the code word for one of our undercover journalists and American swipers, matched on the dating app Hinge and went on a hidden camera date with yet another Disney.
You know what's really funny is he keeps grabbing people who are like on Hinge and also like some other dating app, but mostly like there's something about, I guess, gay guys on Hinge that just really open up and be like, let me tell you everything that's going on in my life.
executive.
We were the first people ever to get Disney employees to admit that they discriminate against people based on race.
They wanted somebody in meetings who would appear a certain way.
Do you think Bob Iger is corrupt?
Now, yes. No way we're hiring a white male as well.
I knew this story was going to be big. We've investigated a lot of subjects at OMG, CIA.
All right. We've already seen that one, so I'm going to drop that one. But I was more interested in the EBT thing. Well, food stamps got used a lot, right? So food stamps used to be literal, like, things you cut out, right? Or like coupons. They got abused. So they put on a card saying, oh, this card's going to make it so much easier, right? You use this card instead. No one's going to do fraud. Be fine. Everything's going to be A-okay, right? Everything's going to be okay. Lo and behold, things are not okay, and fraud is again rampant. Like, I understand that people will do whatever to get their drugs or, buy hookers or what they're going to do. And it's the conundrum of the best lock is only as good as the best locksmith, right? I know. I hate to tell you it's not okay. Hate to be the one that bring it up to you. I know. I'm ruining people's dreams. Where a dealer had a large sack of food stamps? Oh, I mean, because you got to look at it this way. Oh, I'm going to go buy groceries. I'm saving money. But again, I feel like there's ways of, easily figuring this shit out, especially when you call up and they're like, oh, well, it's your EBT cash. You can do whatever you want with it. It's like, well, no, it's taxpayer money. I'm like, it's not yours. None of it's yours. You didn't work for it. We don't know if you even paid into it. Again, you have people coming over here fresh off the boat, who are elderly being like, where's my EBT? It's like, oh, where's my money? Well, right, because there is so much fraud happening. There was, a scholar went out there and wrote a whole paper about it in a Harvard, I think he was on law, I believe. Anyways, wrote a whole paper. The paper inside of it, pointed out, if you were able to get rid of most of the fraud, not even all the fraud, just most of it, you would start seeing the national debt go down instead of continuously growing. So, I mean, there's people out there who've done the calculations, been like, yeah, this is what we need to do to make the debt stop going up. This will also help with inflation, but no one's going to do it. Because everyone and every Momo is going to go out there and be all butthurt and be like, oh no, we can't do that. We're taking food out of these babies' mouths. Well, no, you're not. You're taking food out of the crackhead out there who's using the money to go buy drugs or whatever other weird shit that they're doing. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with trying to stop fraud. Oh, but the people that they're hitting. Oh, they might be a color that we want to protect. Well, yeah, they still shouldn't be defrauding the government, which is defrauding the taxpayer, right? Well, yeah, that's the other thing. Medicare doctors charging more than they need to. Doctors in general overcharging insurance. Insurance wanting them to so they can up the month-to-month fees. It's definitely a giant rotisserie of bullshit. But again, if they're able to look at all the fraud, it'd be fine. Fortunately, not going to do that. Who's Taco, Spank? Right, it's all an industry of seeing who could screw over somebody else. And, you know, I've known people who were... Sorry, I'm cracking my back. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something. I forgot what the hell it was. Right now, because my back is killing me. I was trying to maneuver, so stopping. Yeah, I know people have told me, like, you know, if you really want to be good at business, you need to learn how to, like, not care about other people and screw them over. I'm just like, oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's probably right, but I still don't want to do that. It's not really my my forte. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm too nice of a person. I come on my show. I bake for my shekels. I go on with my day. But there's definitely, business people out there like, oh, yeah, you got to learn how to, like, work the government and then, like, work people coming in and, like, yada, yada, yada. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to do all that. It'll all work. More work than just the work. Yeah, well, right. So public assistance was designed to be temporary unless you were disabled and then you already paid into it. Like, I am 1 credit away from my disability is what I found out. They're like, oh, you haven't paid enough into it. I'm like, oh yeah, how far do I need to pay into it? Yeah, it's like 12 credits and you got 11. Are you shitting me? Like, sorry, you got to go back to work even though you're disabled. Oh, okay, thanks. Appreciate it. We acknowledge you're disabled, but we're not going to acknowledge that we're going to give this to you. But, Chica over here with her 15 kids, she could get on it. She's fine. She's all right. Got to get that baby factory shooting at kids like a cannon. Guy who actually paid into the system? Nah. Can't have that. Can't have that. That's impractical. Oh yeah, selling people cars outside their budget. Or sending them a shitty car that they have to sell back to the dealer and get a new truck. Oh wait, that's what happened to me. Well, so welfare was designed, I think, to appease more of like the downtrodden, if you know what I mean, right? Maybe not to keep them poor in the slums, but definitely keep them like at arm's length to keep certain folk happy for voting. Because I do believe that there's work out there, especially nowadays. And maybe that's something we just need to rework the system, right? You call in, you say, hi, I'm Bethany, and I got 15 kids. I have to stay at home and watch them. And instead of them being like, here's your money, instead they go, okay, well, here's a job you can do, right? Here's a job you can do from home. Like, what a difference I think that would make. You know how to cook? Yeah, okay, we're going to put you in the food thing. Well, I mean, but you're not keeping poor people poor because you're giving them enough money to go and live on their own. And now with the welfare system, some of those people are getting nicer homes. Some of the Section 8 homes that come out are nicer than my house. And they're not even designed like crap. They're actually very nice. Like 4 or 5 bedroom, 3 bath. So, and then they have enough money and other stuff to kind of, buy brand new vehicles. They're not living poor. They're living high on the hog. When you start seeing people on welfare and, Social Security driving Escalades. So I don't know how it was designed to keep people poor when people are living higher up on the hog than me. So who, works. I mean, I'm trying to think how to word this. If you choose to be lazy and stay on there, then yes, right? And yeah, you could say it's towards a socialist utopia, but being lazy is different than keeping them poor. Especially since as time went on, they're getting more stuff, right? So you could say that instead of it, I guess, of them being poor per se, it's more of keep them subjected to the government's thumb, right? That's what I would look at it. Yeah, lazy, yeah, stuff like that. But definitely keeping them more underneath the government's thumb and, them going, well, I got to vote a certain way or I got to aim towards a certain way so I can keep these benefits and have to work. I don't know if I'm getting it, but I am having a discussion with you about it. That's the way I put it. Dude, work as a merchant marine. You live on the boat 3 to 6 months, no rent, no food costs, no insurance or car note. Are you telling me to do that? Then you guys get no show. And also, you have to move stuff as a merchant marine. And my back will not allow me to do that. So it's a nice thought, but and it's probably a good career, but I don't know if it's a good career for me. Oh, yeah, and I'm married. That's the other thing, too, as someone said. And I have a wife that we live together, so there's that. They're talking about me having a job as a merchant marine. Oh, she said go off. I went as a cabin boy and became back a cabin man. What a terrible movie that was. If anybody remembers that movie. Ugh. Oh, I got crap. I remember thinking it was crap when I was a kid. New California startup, Satirus unveils a 2-meter tall centaur robot design to enter disaster zones that look for humans and clear debris. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, robot D&D was not on my bingo card. Because if I'm in the middle of the woods and that thing starts coming at me, I'm shooting it. I'm here to clear debris. Like hell you are. I'm getting me some XP. Hold on. Oh, you're talking about bums on welfare? Well, yeah, there used to be a certain point where like regular people out there would just go find work because they're like, hey, I need to work. But that's not really the case anymore, right? If you could be like, oh yeah, instead what I do is, I sit at home and watch my ass grow. And there's certain people out there, again, like you've worked for it, you deserve it, or you are like disabled permanently, right? So, and that's a different story. But I think if, Mama Katz is out there being 600 pounds and getting welfare, right? There's something wrong with that. And to be able to keep eating, to keep all that weight on you is ridiculous. So there is plenty of so right now, like I still have put out stuff for work from home. There's a couple audio engineering things I applied for. We'll see if I get them. But some of them are like I just listen to like audio recordings and see if they're legible or something. I don't know. Mama Cass did sing for her supper. That is true. With the family. But you have other people that don't want to do that who are able-bodied. I knew a guy who used to live in Richmond and then was my neighbor for a while. He got on welfare. And the only thing wrong with him is he has a bad right knee. That's it. Bad right knee. He wasn't that bright, so maybe that's it too. But first, that he started getting like $2,600 a month plus food stamps. Doesn't have any kids, nothing. Just had the bad bum right knee. If you want to be a tug driver, you don't even have to get on the boat sometimes. Just work at a parlor. I'm sorry, that was terrible. My mistake. Where's Spank? He knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, I believe he's just goddamn lazy. But the minute he got his money, he went and got like brand new truck, got like $100,000 truck. And he's like, oh yeah, we're on Section N. I don't have to pay for the house. I just have like $2,800 a month to play with. Just like you're a real piece of crap. I wish I had $2,800. Pay all my bills. That's right. Oh, me love you a long time. At least then I guess they're having a job. Maybe not a good job, maybe not an ethical job, but at least I guess they're making an income. Oh man, I want one of those patches. So apparently they have for the Japan and Taiwan. For Japan and Taiwan, these are the patches you get if you volunteer to help. I have for anyone that doesn't know, I have a patch collection in my truck. I have different patches that sit on the that are attached to the sun guard front top. Get 4K and spend it all. Well, like I have a lawsuit for my leg, right? So we're waiting for that to go through. But I'll probably get enough there to at least pay off the truck, maybe the house. Though from what I heard from my lawyer, he wants a lot of money from him, so we'll see. It benefits him to make a lot of money. Anyway, it's kind of a cool patch for the people of Kumamoto that they put out. I'm a libertarian. I'm not on the right or the left. Sean, you're commenting on the video, not on the actual chat. Sorry, brother. So I don't know when you were watching or what the timestamp was on that. I mean, I think we have people on the far right that are trying to screw us over, and I think we have people on the far left that are trying to screw us over. But I do believe commies are terrible. And I do believe we're at a certain point right now that we have one major group that wants to take over and pull another Hitler. But I think we all know that. Well, again, if you go far right or far left, they're all polarizations, right? So it's extreme polarization no matter how you look at it. You don't ever want to be hard one side or the other, because then you don't really, you can't really find common ground, or you might get so up your own ass you don't know what the hell's going on. You got to kind of find something in between, right? But I also don't like the government whatsoever, nor do I trust it. And neither should you, regardless. One side is coming down in plain sight. One side. You know what I mean. But yeah, I agree. I concur. Apparently the ATF has put out a thing telling people to stop making homemade suppressors. Saying that even though the law has changed, you are still not allowed to make them at home. Well, fuck you. I'll do what I want. What I would like to do is have a really big windfall day where I make a lot of money. There's nothing else to that. That's just what I want to happen. No, but if I made a good amount of money, there's I want to go out to Trappers and go pick up and go to trapoutdoors.com while you're out there. That's right, Ruckus. I agree. Whatever you say, Ruckus, as long as you donate. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I want to get a bunch of, I want to get a good amount of money. I can go out to Trappers, and then I want to go pick up every bullpup that they have and shoot it. So the Caltech, the Tavor, I think they have a Steyr AUG in stock over there. The Helion, I want to shoot each of them and see which one of them is the better bullpup. Maybe get some mutants like the AR bullpup mod and some other stuff. I think it'd be a fun experiment, a good video to make. Can we all agree we all like guns? Can we agree on that? Is that a good medium? Even some of you felons out there that aren't allowed to have them anymore, even though there's ways around it. Well, so I have I think I have 5 AR platforms. If you include the AR-10, I have 5 AR platforms. So I think I would rather get rid of some of those AR platforms. And I kind of want to go get I don't know. I'd rather get rid of, because I want to keep the AR-10. I want to keep my AR-15, but I think the other ones I'd be more than willing to get rid of for a bullpup. AR-458 SOCOM. Because I mean, like I have uppers for like a 7.62, a 4.58 SOCOM, a 9mm, a 45, a 300 blackout. And those are the ones not even on any rifles currently. Because then because the AR-45's on something. The regular 5.56 pistol. Of course, the 308's the 308. I don't know. I kind of want to move everything to 5.56 and then I guess downsize and upgrade, right? Spank a 4.58 SOCOM with suppressor is great for close combat. You just eviscerate somebody. It's fantastic. I don't know how you could go and say you want everyone to enlighten and then work together and talk about things, but then take another side and say that they're fascists and that they're going from a German playbook. Right? That doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really add up. Because in the same thing, you just went against what you just said. Because I mean, literally the left, even not even the far left, is siding with some of the same stuff Hitler had. We just showed that earlier. But, I guess enlighten up. We do have a lot of people all over the spectrum, yes. Have you met Ragul? I mean, he's literally on the spectrum. But in that same sentence, if both sides are both trash, why didn't you add Biden in there? Why didn't you add Obama? Why didn't you add Bush, senior or junior? Why didn't you add Clinton or Kamala Harris or anybody else? I mean, if you're putting it in there, I mean, you might as well say both. But I mean, the whole thing with calling people fascists is literally anybody's a fascist right of center because you don't like things. And so instead of you saying, for example, I don't like X, it's you are a fascist because of X, which doesn't really make sense. That's more of just blanket labeling, right? And blanket labeling is bad because, as you yourself pointed out, that people should be working together for a better country. But if you just say these people are fascists for these reasons, don't really give any reasons and just blatantly throw it out there. You could say actually both sides are fascists if you go super far or super left, right? Again, that's another blanket term. Don't go labeling everybody. Don't go making yourself seem silly. Yeah, so I mean, if you really want to break it down and say, what is fascism and you want to look at it that way, then yeah, you could actually look at a bunch of the stuff on the left being more fascist, removing freedom of speech, removing gun rights, having thought crime, stuff like that. I mean, that would all be very fascist-esque things that have been repeatedly pushed. But again, that would be generalizing. Oh, good old Fleetwood Mac. I have to give it to Stevie Nicks. And I've said this many times when brought up. Any woman that lets her husband still be on an album and for an entire album she just talks shit to him in her lyrics and then made him tour while she continued to talk shit to him about him being a cheating asshole, that's something there. You got to give that woman some credit. Now you're actually on the regular chat, Sean. There you go, buddy. I mean, I don't think flock cameras are going to disarm the populace. I don't think they're needed, though. I don't think we need a bunch of surveillance cameras around us at all times. That's kind of some dystopian nightmare. Well, here's a good way of putting it. I've kind of realized that the Charlie Kirk question is a good barometer of people, right? Because Charlie Kirk, no matter what you said to him, at least he was out there. There is cameras already everywhere. That is true. I don't think we need to add more, though. But I believe that people, when you ask them what do you think of Charlie Kirk, is a good barometer, right? Aren't they all drug addicts? I mean, and like, even with Hitler and Stalin, as you're bringing up, they did have some differences. The stuff that they had, which is core similarities, were they were both one-party dictators, and they wanted to crush opposition. They intensified cult personalities, both rejected liberal democracy, individual rights, and free market in favor of absolute state power. Which, again, if you really want to talk about that, the left in the United States has already pushed out that they wanted to get rid of private businesses. That's the same thing. They want to get rid of your right to say stuff. So, all right, let's talk about education. We could do that. All right, education. If you look at some of the most liberal cities in the United States, they have a reading rate of actually people succeeding by 48%, especially California. That is 48% of students were actually able to read. 35% could do math, 36% could do science. That is a far left city, right? In the education system. Instead of actually having the kids in there trying to learn stuff, they learned to pass tests, so they got money for the city, right? Or the state, however it came in. But the reading level was super low. So again, and that's mostly far left states that are having a huge issue with kids trying to read. Instead of actually keeping them in school, they're pushing them through. They're not really wanting them to stay around because it makes them look bad. They're not getting money for it. You get taught in school how to pass a test. You don't get taught in school how to actually learn, right? So if you really want to say that, and you're here again toadying about the right, those are far left cities that it's happening to countrywide. You want to talk about media manipulation? That's another thing that happened on the left. Most news companies are controlled by the left and by people in power. People went out there, started finding truths about stuff, and all of a sudden you start seeing YouTube taking you off the air. That was because there was people who, at the time the government was on the left, started going out there and saying you need to get rid of these people's voices. They're not allowed to say anything, right? Yeah, all of them are not all controlled by it. There's a few that are independent, that are controlled by some more hardcore right-wing people. But not all, no. No, not all. That's not true either. There's actually long charts on this. Sean, I also think you're delayed by like 20 minutes. I mean, I think the Islamic Muslim thing's also a problem too. They wanted to teach Ebonics in there, yes. That did not turn out very well, nor did it go anywhere. Kind of was a dead on arrival type thing. Let's see, what's the other thing you brought up? And suppress criticism. Again, media sources all over the internet during COVID and during the elections were getting suppressed, right? If you talked about, that's why people started saying the swollen erection, right? Because you couldn't have said stolen election. Otherwise, you get a strike on your channel by YouTube. Multiple channels lost their, multiple people lost their channels because of that, for just openly talking about an election, right? Mind you, Trump won again. All of a sudden, oh my God, stolen election. It was stolen by Trump, blah, 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 blah. But then it was okay to talk about, right? Trump talks about it, not okay. Again, freedom of speech is now being impacted, regardless however you felt about it. Freedom of speech now impacted. Again, when Trump won the first time, Hillary said stolen election. Trump lost, Trump's a stolen election. Trump wins again, other side says stolen election. Mind you, Hillary says it, everybody's open about talking about it, everyone's okay about it. Trump says it, not okay all of a sudden, right? There's suppression of your freedom of speech. Very straightforward. Vaccination, same thing, talked about it, got kicked off the internet. Multiple other things that came out, he got kicked off the internet. Now, again, barometer of Charlie Kirk, if you are okay with Charlie Kirk going out there and saying stuff, then that is open freedom of speech. He did it in such a way, he didn't harm anybody, he said what he wanted, did his whatever he was going to do and left. If you go out there and you think Charlie Kirk should have been killed, that out there shows that you are willing to not only suppress freedom of speech, but you're willing to eradicate it any means necessary, which is very bad. I guess they stopped talking. I don't know. I don't. I guess I made my point. They stopped speaking. I don't know. Well, they believe that you would have to be someone with a stake in the game, right? It's the same reason they also put a clause in there that if the government got too big, the people were armed to shoot them. So it's almost like, Ruckus, now hold on. It's almost like they tried the safeguard stuff. It just didn't work because then people found loopholes, right? And then they found ways around it. So instead of arguing with people and getting angry, my new thing is I just start educating people. I feel like that works better. Right, the ultimate failsafe. Shoot them. Hey, Morning Doom. Well, again, the Ebonics thing never went anywhere. It got thrown out because people were like, this is stupid. It is a better life. That's right. And who knows? Maybe I'll like educate somebody and they'll be like, oh my God, my entire ideology has been wrong. I don't know. Oh no, I did it dumb. The quake in Japan was pretty bad. There's a bunch of people who are no longer with us, unfortunately, from people that were crushed. And then the mall explosion was the worst, which we're still trying to figure out what happened with the gas leak. They've been having a lot of smaller earthquakes, like 4s and 5s. But the problem is, as we stated before, is that with rubble shifting while you're trying to save people, the EMS can become victims. trying to help them. You know what's really bad? And here's the thing a lot of people don't think about with the country is that during Bush and Obama, they put a bunch of stuff that's, in charge or not in charge, in power, that they could literally black bag you in the middle of the night and charge you with some shit and then have you killed. And there ain't nothing anyone can do about it. And all that stuff is still irrelevant and there, and nobody really talking about that. Just saying. Yes, we'll only get people to vote in November. I have enough trouble trying to get people to donate, Ahab, let alone vote. Well, I mean, but can they really move? I mean, do you want to give up your entire country and your livelihood? I think both sides are really, suck. Yeah, exactly, Justin. Yes. But, people kind of make a home somewhere. And let's say some of those people in Japan that lived there probably, 100 years and had no issues. All of a sudden, an earthquake hit. It's like California. I mean, people lived, my grandmother, right? My grandmother lived in California, and every goddamn day she was worried till the day she died about the big earthquake hitting and killing her and, destroying everything. Never came. And she said she wasted her life, told my mom she wasted her life waiting for the big one to hit and never did. Yeah, the NDAA also. Yes, that's the other one. There's a bunch, D-Ball. There is a bunch. So no matter where you live, you're going to hit a natural disaster. You know what I mean? Unless you're like in the middle of, Nebraska maybe. Then you just, you're worried about the corn coming to life. I'm not upset. I feel bad for them. I mean, I feel bad a lot of people lost their lives. But again, they know what's going to happen. Again, you could live there 100 years. Have no idea. I would say, though, with the self-defense force that came out very quickly and got people water, got people food, got people AC for the heat wave. I mean, they moved within like 72 hours or less. I don't remember, D-Ball. I don't remember, buddy. I'd have to go look it up. I mean, Alaska has earthquakes too. Right? Like, Alaska also has, drops below, was it negative like 20 or some shit, on average. I mean, black advocacy groups can push for Ebonics all they want. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. But again, most people in California can't read, so what does it matter? Most of we can't do science. Most of we can't do math. So who gives a shit? It's just like Ruck is saying about the storm, right? Not my problem, you can't read. You secretly enjoy your hurricanes down there in Florida? I enjoy the snowstorms here, actually, where I'm at. It gets so quiet and peaceful. It's great. Hey, thank you very much for new subscribing. Appreciate you. But it's, you could live wherever and the natural disasters to hit wherever you're at. That's why it's called a natural disaster. Like, yeah, you live in Tornado Alley, your chance of getting hit by a tornado are very much increased, right? But you could live somewhere else where nothing ever happens. All of a sudden you get hit by a typhoon or an earthquake or a meteor hits you or some damn thing, right? Can happen to anybody. Well, I mean, Mudami came in there and had made a bunch of promises that nobody was ever going to be able to fulfill. He tries to he's trying to put a memorandum. That's what I'm looking for. Moratorium. That's what I was looking for. He's trying to put a moratorium on like rent increases, but he's also not able to do that, right? And he's trying to make it so like, oh yeah, well, we're going to make it so you can only do so much rent, but we're also going to increase the tax, which then has to increase the rent. We're also going to increase the water and gas and sewage, which is going to increase the rent if it's already paid not by the tenant, right? So they're in court right now, and the court came out and said, like, yeah, you can't do that, dude. You're not the Grand Puma. Like, you can't just, enact things. Like, him as a mayor, apparently, he thought he had the powers of, like, a president or a dictator or God. I don't know which one. And he got in there, and all the stuff he tried to push just kind of fell flat, right? It didn't go anywhere. He said he's going to, try to arrest Netanyahu. Of course he's not going to do that. The Secret Service told him, like, hey, you do that, we're going to shoot you. Like, if you try to put police over here, we're going to fight the police. Sorry. That's what's going to happen. No ifs, ands, or buts. You can't really go and try to arrest a foreign dignitary. It's not really in your wheelhouse of things you're able to do. So he's now currently in court for the rent stuff. He's getting sued. He told people he's going to give them all a bunch more money. That didn't happen. What else did he do? He did some other wonky crap too. But again, most of it just kind of fell flat. He didn't really have a say on a lot of things. And, now he's just like, well, crap. Well, not only Trump stopped that, but also the DA of New York came in and stopped it. Not city, New York State said, yeah, you can't do that, dude. And it seems like, again, and people are already calling him out too, being like, oh yeah, all this stuff you said you're going to do is not happening. It's like, well, yeah, he doesn't have the power to do that. And like, people who are voting also are very ill-informed what power certain branches have. That's not going to happen, Spank. Like, him doing that goes against, I think, the Logan Act. So, and he can't really be going to making... He can't be going to making deals with other countries. That's not okay. Again, not a thing. Can't always get what you want. 'Cause you're not a dictator, asshole. So. Kamala Harris and Nikki Haley were horrible, lying, idiotic broads. I agree. Well, right. And that's the other thing, too, is people go, well, I didn't vote. I'm not going to vote. Well, why don't you go out and vote? And then they bitch and moan that they didn't go vote. And then they're like, oh, but it didn't go the way I want. I'm going to bitch and moan. Yeah, but you didn't vote. Your vote didn't matter. There's people I know, and I know people go out there and be like, oh, well, I don't vote because I don't think it does anything. Go do it anyways. Takes you about 20 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really hurt you. Go take, what was it, an hour out of your day? Every 2 years, give or take. Get off your ass, go do it. Go attend a town hall meeting every once in a while. Like, to be honest, one of the biggest things that a lot of people aren't doing is that stupid ass, like, oh, we're the silent majority. Okay, if you're silent majority, then get off your ass and go do something. Right? Like, if you're really, like, okay, let's say, for example, silent majority got Trump voted. Okay, awesome. Right? We're just going to use that as an example. Before someone bites my head off, I'm not, just bear with me. But if that was able to happen, why can't you guys do other stuff, right? Right. You can't complain if you don't go do it. Someone came up to me and they're like, oh, did you vote? I was like, yeah, I voted last election. Oh, but what are you doing to help people, with their choices? I literally run a show that shows the truth about what's going on every day. What more do you want from me? Like, that's right. A no vote is a vote for communism. If you don't go vote, that means you want communism. Yeah, I don't like our president. Did you go vote? No? Okay, well, I don't know what to do. Well, and I think, again, being able to register who you are as your vote, and I know some other people, the argument is, well, if you have an ID... yes, Sean, he was. Again, you're not in the chat anymore, Sean. You're commenting on the video. But, and I mean, it helps my algorithm, so whatever, that's fine. But Tommy, yes, was caught talking to a foreign nation, which is not okay. That's going over many people's heads to enact things you're not supposed to be enacting. But the reason they're saying if you use the ID, that's one of the stupid ass things is like, it's no longer a anonymous election because they used your ID. Well, that's not true either. All they're doing is making sure you're an American citizen, and you register to vote anyway. So who the hell gives a shit, right? You just go and be like, okay, Mr. Harris, is this you? Yeah. Is this your ID? Yeah. Okay, here you go. Booth 3, right? That's it. That's all the hell it's going to change. And you know what? Most IDs now have a bar scanner on them, magnetic strip. And I heard now some are going to have RF chips in them. So they come in, beep, all right, next, beep, right? And that's it. That's all you got to do. You put your card down, it pops up with a number, booth 3's open. You walk over there. It's not really a big deal. Like, it is by far one of the stupidest things that has ever come out. It should have already been a thing. Hey, do you need to prove you live in the country to vote for it? Yeah, okay. Beep, go to your thing. Anyways, I digress. Anyways, I'm out of here. This is my second show of today. If you guys want to donate, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, buy me a coffee, and you have a good rest of your night. I wanted to make sure I did do a night show too, because I've been doing morning shows, and now I'm doing night shows too. Yeah, well, that's also right. Beeps. Have a little camera. Have the person look at it. Okay, go on. Anyways, I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry that happened, buddy. I would tell you how to fix it, but I don't work for Google. So I can't, unfortunately. Anyways, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, buy me a coffee, get $50 tonight. That would be grand and amazing. Give you guys 2 shows today. So I am out of here. Have a very fantastic rest of your night, everybody. Again, I feel bad for the people in Japan. I hope they are recovering well. But their government reacted super quick and helped them, which was awesome. Yep. Later, everybody. Make sure you sub up if you've already done it. And you have a really good, fantastic night. You too, America. You have a good one. And Carmelo and everybody else. And Justin, thank you for becoming a member. I want to hit that 20,000 subs this year. I don't know how we're going to do that, but let's try to do that, folks. All right. Actually, Japan's recovering excellent. And the way that their emergency service came out there and helped, and that even the prime minister said, hey, she's heading up the emergency response team to help out, I mean, was very honorable. All right. You have a good night, everyone. Take it easy. Love y'all. Talk to you later. 7.2, yeah. 7.2. On their scale. Our scale is like a 6.8.